Listen carefully, because this might be the most important 10 minutes of your life. You're thinking of giving up, but the Stoics, the warriors of ancient Rome, they didn't give up. They endured storms you can't imagine. Marcus Aurelius, an emperor who knew the weight of the world, he told us, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Think on that. It's not some pretty phrase for a scholar's book. It's a truth forged in the crucible of hardship. The very things you believe are holding you back, these are not mere hindrances. They are the path itself. They are the challenges that will shape you. Life has a harsh way of teaching, but its lessons are profound. When life blocks your path, the Stoic does not turn tail. He adapts. He looks at that wall, that chasm, that storm, and he finds another way. Perhaps it's over, perhaps it's under, perhaps it's through, but he moves forward. This isn't about blind optimism, it's about a rugged, unyielding determination. It's about understanding that the universe doesn't owe you an easy passage. Your character is built not in the calm, but in the tempest. Epictetus, a man who rose from slavery to become one of the great Stoic teachers, he knew a thing or two about the harsh realities of life. And his wisdom cuts to the bone. You don't control the world. You don't control the storms that rage, the betrayals that sting, the losses that break your heart. You don't control the actions of others. To try and grasp these things is to chase the wind. It's a path to madness. But here is the power. You control how you respond. Within the fortress of your own mind, you are sovereign. You control your breath. You control your thoughts. You control your choices. This is your domain, your kingdom, and it is unconquerable unless you yourself surrender it. When chaos hits, the Stoic stands unshaken. He has trained himself to observe the storm from the calm eye within. This distinction, this clarity, is the source of an immense and quiet power. Control your breath, control your mind, control your choices. Seneca, a man who knew both the heights of power and the depths of exile, he wrote, "Difficulties strengthen the mind as labor does the body." This isn't a call to seek out suffering for its own sake. It's a recognition of a fundamental truth. Life involves hardship. The Stoic doesn't bury his head in the sand. He knows that such a life would produce a weak spirit. Life is suffering in many ways. The Stoic knows it. He accepts this not with a sigh of resignation, but with a warrior's understanding, and because he knows this, he trains himself. Not to escape pain, for that is often impossible, but to face it with courage, to meet it head-on, to endure it with a strength that is forged, not found. This is the discipline of the soul. Chapter 4. Accept your fate, amor fati, amor fati. A Latin phrase, aye, but one that holds a universe of strength. It means love of one's fate. Now, this isn't a passive resignation, far from it. It's an active embrace, a powerful, defiant acceptance of reality in its entirety. A Stoic doesn't waste precious energy cursing his fate. He looks reality square in the eye and says, "Let it come. Fortune, pain, betrayal, loss, unexpected windfalls, moments of joy, bring it." Because the Stoic knows deep in his bones that every moment, every experience is a lesson. Every twist and turn of fate carries within it an opportunity for growth, to fight against what is to wrestle with the entire cosmos, but to accept it, to work it, that is where true power lies. This is amor fati. Chapter 5. Pain is temporary. Virtue is forever. There will be times, many times, when you feel it. The weariness that seeps into your bones, the exhaustion that clouds your mind. You're tired, worn out, perhaps even broken. The struggle seems endless. Pain, in its myriad forms, is an undeniable companion on this journey. But listen to this. This pain, this specific agony you feel right now, it will pass. Like a storm, however fierce, it will eventually break. Like a fever, it will cool, seasons change, wounds heal. The nature of feeling is that it is transient. What then will stay? What endures when the fleeting sensations of agony or despair have receded? It is the choices you made in the heart of that fire. Chapter 6. You've come too far to quit. There are moments, aren't there, when the road ahead seems impossibly long. In those moments, when the temptation to lay down your arms feels overwhelming, I urge you to do one thing. Pause, breathe. And then, look back. Look back at the path you have already trod. See how far you've truly come. You didn't arrive at this point by chance or by ease. You have walked through your own valleys of shadow. Think of the heartbreaks that threatened to shatter you, yet here you stand. Recall the rejections that stung like a lash, the failures that made you question everything, yet you persevered. Chapter 7. Fear is a liar. Fear. It's a primal thing, isn't it? A cold whisper in the dark, a tightening in the chest. It will tell you you can't. It will paint vivid pictures of failure, of pain, of humiliation. It will magnify obstacles until they seem like insurmountable mountains. It will shrink your courage until it feels like a flickering candle in a gale. Fear is a cunning storyteller, a master illusionist, and its favorite lie is that you are not enough. But the Stoic, the warrior of the mind, understands the nature of this adversary. He knows that fear, for all its bluster and its chilling grip, is often a liar. It speaks of possibilities, not certainties. It feeds on ignorance and thrives in the shadows of inaction. And so, when fear whispers its insidious message, you can't do this, it's too much, you will fail, the Stoic has a simple, powerful reply. He doesn't argue with it. He answers with action. Watch me. Our feelings they are a fickle counsel, aren't they? One moment they lift us to the heavens with elation, the next they plunge us into the depths of despair. They will lie to you, these emotions. They will tell you you're weak when you are, in fact, capable of great strength. They will whisper that it's not worth it, that the struggle is too great. They will tempt you with the allure of comfort, of ease, of escape from the hard path you know you must walk. But the Stoic understands this treacherous nature of raw, unexamined emotion. He knows that to build a life of substance, of meaning, of unwavering resolve, one cannot be a slave to the ever-shifting tides of feeling. There must be a firmer anchor, a more reliable compass. And that compass for the Stoic is duty. Your duty to yourself, to your highest potential, to the promises you've made. Your duty to your mission, whatever that may be. In the thick of your struggles, when the weight of the world seems to rest solely upon your shoulders, it's easy to feel isolated. The path can feel lonely, the darkness impenetrable. You might look around and see others seemingly gliding through life, untouched by the hardships that beset you. But this feeling, this sense of solitary suffering, is often an illusion. The great Stoics, the men whose wisdom we draw upon today, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, they walked this very path before you. They knew the sting of betrayal, the ache of loss, the weariness of constant effort. They bled emotionally and sometimes physically. They wept in private moments of despair. They doubted, they stumbled, but crucially, they stood tall again. They faced their demons, wrestled with their fates, and emerged with a wisdom forged in fire. There's one truth that overshadows all others. Death is coming. For you, for me, for everyone. One day your heart will stop its relentless beat. Your lungs will draw their final breath. Your name will be spoken for the last time. This is not a morbid thought meant to depress you. For the Stoic, it is the ultimate motivator. When you truly internalize this, it changes everything. Suddenly the petty grievances, the fleeting anxieties, the distractions that consume so much of our precious time, they lose their power. What gains importance, how you live, what you stand for, the impact you make. These lessons, forged in the heart of ancient wisdom, are not mere words. They are a call to arms, a summons to the warrior that resides within you. The path of the Stoic is not one of ease, but it is a path of profound strength, of unshakable inner peace, and of a life lived with purpose and honor. It's about facing the storms, not shrinking from them, and emerging not unscathed, perhaps, but unbroken. It's about understanding that true power lies not in controlling the world, but in mastering oneself. The fire of these teachings can either warm you for a moment, or it can ignite a blaze within your soul that will burn for a lifetime. The choice, as always, rests with you. Will you allow the challenges of life to diminish you, or will you use them as fuel to forge an unbreakable spirit? Will you succumb to the whispers of doubt and fear, or will you stand firm on the bedrock of your principles? If this lit a fire inside you, if you're done with weakness and ready to live with power, subscribe to AREV right now, because this is not just a channel. This is your battlefield, and we fight to the very end.